It's very important, and it's something that many people, I would say almost 70% of investors in the stock market, do not even conceive this idea. They don't even think about it. The uncontrollable forces that can affect your wealth. If you are a student of mine, you know exactly what that means. I spent my entire first module of my course dedicated to this topic. It's a huge topic. It's very important, and it's something that many people, I would say almost 70% of investors in the stock market, do not even conceive this idea. They don't even think about it. And that can definitely affect their probability of actually being successful in their guess, in their bets, in their investments. All right. So let's get into it. Imagine a car, right? So the car has a wheel. So we're looking at the wheel in the car. And let's say you're betting on whether the wheel is spinning clockwise or counterclockwise. All right. So you're only looking at the wheel, and then you're making money if the wheel is spinning clockwise, your portfolio is going up. And if the wheel is spinning counterclockwise, your portfolio is going down. These are the bets. And that's all you have, right? So naturally, you would want to know every time the wheel is going to go clockwise so that you can bet on it and make some money in it, right? So and if you knew when it was going counterclockwise, then maybe you can pull your money out, wait for it to start getting clockwise again, and then pull your money back up. That can multiply your gain. That's basically how you can maximize your bet, right? In this example. So, does that make sense so far? Let me know in the chat if you're confused about that or if that makes any sense. But I mean, just using this as a way to picture the concept of uncontrollable forces. All right. So now that most people are looking at the wheel and they're getting ready to they're getting their money ready and they're about to make their bets, right? Now what most people do is they only looking at the wheel and not the car. They're not looking at the car, they're not looking at the road, right? And let me give you an example. So let's say the wheel, is about to turn. You don't know which direction it's turning. Like you feel that it might turn counterclockwise, and you put some money in, right? Crossing fingers. You think it's gonna go there. The wind is blowing in your direction, therefore it must be going in your direction as well. Fine, but someone else might be looking at the car entirely, and they notice that the car is in neutral. Okay, okay, the car is in neutral, but then they're also looking at the road, and they notice that the car is on top of a hill in neutral, and the bets are starting. So, can you control the car? No. In this example, you cannot. You cannot control the road either. The only thing you can control is whether you put money in the bet or you remove your money in the bet. That's the only thing you can control. So, what do I mean by the uncontrollable forces that can affect your wealth? You can control where you put your investment, which investment you decide to go. But sometimes, well, most of the times, all the times, there are factors that you cannot control but can affect the direction of your bet. In this example, so for the people only looking at the wheel, they have a feeling that it's going clockwise. They know it might go counterclockwise. They know it, but they're willing to risk their money anyway, but they're not sure. So they have their money in the bet. And for the people who are seeing the bigger picture, they see the wheel. They know that there is good money to be made on this bet, but they also see the car. They see the road. They see the hill, and they see that the car is in neutral. So, in your opinion, let me know in the chat. In your opinion, for the people that are looking at the big picture, which direction do they think that the car is going? Like, what are they thinking about? Do they think that the car is going clockwise, or do they think the car is going counterclockwise? Let me know in the chat. I'm curious to see if you guys were paying attention, understanding this model. But it's that's the concept of looking at the uncontrollable forces that can affect your wealth. And it's the same in the stock market. It's the same in real estate. It's the same in crypto. And to be honest with you, it's the same in business. If you are starting a business where you're going to start, let's say, a TV cable company, it's the wrong business to start. Your chances of success are extremely low. Why? Because there are forces that you cannot control, the trend, and the trend is everything is going online, everything is going to be in a stream, right? You can access it in your phone, you can access it in your tablet, no need for cable anymore. So if you're timing where, hey, I got some money to invest, I'm going to start a business, but then you're not looking at the bigger factors that you cannot control but will influence your decision, you're making the wrong bet. That is why it is important to look at the business. It's the same even if you're looking for a job. This is very important. And I learned that the hard way. The hard way. When I started studying electrical engineering to be an electronic engineering working on circuit boards, the market was great, salary was good. But by the time I got out of the university, the market had changed, and I didn't realize this until I was 2 years in, actually 4 years in the industry, and noticed that the trend was going to China. It was cheaper for companies to make circuit boards and send them to China, and instead of paying someone like me a high salary. So everyone that was in electronic engineer was losing their job, including me. I was being laid off, no fault of my own. But why? Because the bigger forces, the trend. And trend is just one of the many forces that can affect your wealth. But I wanted to put that in your uh like mind today because it is an important concept. It is something that I teach on the course. It is something that you need to pay attention to because it will give you a bigger picture, a better picture. And with this picture, you can make better decisions. If you enjoyed this little short segment from the podcast that we did, here where you can find the entire Wealth Engineering podcast. Click right here and we'll see you on the next one.